So you have created an amazing 3D character, but the problem is it can't move. In this series, we are going to fix that. I'm gonna teach you how to rig a character and make it move. So let's start. But before that, we need to learn about bones and armatures. First of all, what is a bone? A bone is part of a skeleton that makes the character move. Just like in real life, we have bones in 3D characters also. The difference is that you need to create them in 3D, but in real life, you are shipped by default with them. And also, they don't break in 3D. You can use different types of transformations on bones, like scale, rotate, and grab. Now, what are armatures? An armature is just a collection of bones. That's it. Well, a little more, they manage hierarchy of bones also. But for now, you just understand it like this. It is just a collection of bones, nothing else. And one more important thing, you can add bones in an armature only. Outside armature, you cannot add bones. Now let's add an armature and a bone in our scene. Press Shift A, choose armature, and then single bone. You can see that it has added a bone and an armature in our collection automatically, because previously we understood that we cannot add bones outside of armature, so it creates armature automatically. Now if you see the bone, you can see that it is taper from the top and wider from the bottom. Well, it is because this is the head part of our bone and this is tail. Now what is the difference between a tail of bone and a head of bone? Well, nothing much. Head is just a rotating point of bone. If you switch to the pose mode, you can rotate from the head. You cannot rotate from the tail. Okay, we understood about bones and armatures. We understood that why does a bone have head and why does it have a tail. And we also understood that armature is just a collection of bones. Now armature have three modes. First is object mode, second is edit mode, and third is pose mode. To understand all other modes, we need to look at edit mode first. So let's switch to edit mode. In edit mode, it is obvious. You can edit the bone. Grab the tail part and move it. You can see that bone gets scaled. You can grab the bone itself and move it. You can also grab the head and scale it. Or you can say changing the position of head. It will also change the length of bone even if you move the tail also. In edit mode you can add another bones. You can just simply press Shift A and it will keep adding the bones. If you move it, you can see that it has added bones at our 3D cursor. If I press Shift A again, you can see that it has added a bone. But you can also extrude them. If I select the tail of this bone or the head of this bone and then press E, it will extrude another bone from this bone. It can happen from the tail also. But the difference between adding a new bone and extruding a new bone is that the extruded bone is connected to the previous bone. This bone is parent of this bone. For now, just remember it. We will understand it later that how it works. You can add as many bones as you want in edit mode. Just extrude, keep extruding, or keep adding the bones. You can create a structure out of it. Usually we create a skeleton structure just like human for characters. It looks something like this. Let me show you. Basic basic human. It looks something like this. And you can create it too. It happens in edit mode only. You can't create structure in pose mode or object mode. In object mode, you can just select the armature. You cannot select individual bones. And one little thing, these modes are not of bones actually, they are of armature. Because if you select the armature, then only you can enter edit mode or pose mode. These bones are added in the armature. So therefore, these modes are of armature, not of bones. Okay, we understood we have three modes: object mode, edit mode, and pose mode. But now, why do we have three modes? Like, what is the importance? In object mode, you select the whole armature and move its position. In object mode, you select the whole armature. You cannot select individual bones and you can change its position. In edit mode, you can change the structure. You can add new bones, you can rotate the bones, you can scale the bones, etc. etc. But in pose mode, you just transform the bones. You don't really create a new structure or destroy a structure or edit a structure. I know it is a bit hard to understand, but in edit mode, you can add new bones, extrude the bones, delete the bones, but in pose mode, you can't really do that. In pose mode, you can just change some things on the existing structure. You can't really create a new structure. That's it. You just have to remember this only. Or if you want to make it more simple, edit mode is used to create the structure and pose mode is used to animate that structure. Don't worry if you didn't get it, we will understand it on the way. Or you can rewatch the video if you really want to understand it. But I don't think so that we need to go deep in this. Now let's understand about bone parenting. Let's first delete this mess. Let me add a bone, go into edit mode, press Shift T and add a new bone. I just duplicated the bone. You can add a new bone by pressing Shift A also, but it's your choice, whatever you choose. Now, when I select this bone and then select this bone, press Ctrl P and select Keep Offset, you will see that a new line appeared between both of them. Now, when we go into pose mode, nothing will happen here, just a line will appear. You can see nothing happens. But when we go into pose mode, if I select this bone, you can see that this bone has become parent and this is the child now. And whenever you move this bone, the other bone will also move. But if we move this bone, this bone will not move because this is the parent and this is the child. You will say that why this is important? Why we need bones when we can parent the mesh also? For example, if I had a cube, press Shift T and duplicate it, now uh, make this a parent, you can see that this also move the other cube. Why bones are important? Well, it is because they have something called connection. Now, when we move to edit mode, and if I extrude this bone and now go to pose mode, you will see that I am not able to grab this bone because this bone is connected to this bone. And it is really helpful when you want to create an arm because you do not want the forearm to detach from the arm, right? So that's why bones are important. And if I move this parent bone, you can see that this bone also move. But this bone can only rotate, not move. To remove this connection, you just go to edit mode, press Alt P and disconnect bone. Now you can see that we can grab this bone. But still there is a line because it has not cleared the parent. It creates a parent and then creates a connection. That's why to have a connection you have to have a parent. Now you can clear this parent too. Uh, Now you can clear this parent too. Press Alt P and clear parent. This bone is detached. There is no line in between them. Go to pose mode. You can see that it has no line. Oh, sorry, it is not moving this bone. Now there are two ways to create connection. First is you can extrude, and the second option is you select the bone, select other bone, then press Ctrl P, and then choose connected. There you go. That's the second way. That's it for today. In the next video, we will learn more about bones. Thank you for watching.